So I got an email from puremix.net. That's a pretty serious website. Pretty serious, and their website is about learning how to mix. And what PureMix is doing is they build a plugin called Sugar, and they did send it to me to make a video about. And I just still can't imagine why anyone should send a plugin to me to review. Alright, so this is it, and I'm actually looking right now at an early preview of their website. Again, they did send me this stuff so that I could make a video, and I always like to make a video, you know, close to the release date of a plugin. Because that way I can protect my viewers from buying something they might not need, or suggest something that they will need. Alright, so it's called Sugar. I'm actually drinking my coffee without sugar, but this is Sugar. And it's the ultimate audio sweetener. Designed by award-winning engineers, Sugar's color palette is a secret weapon to pro-sounding records. Award-winning engineers. It doesn't say which award they won. Seamlessly add punch, thickness, depth, warmth, edge and grit to all your tracks. Available March 6th. This video will go live on March 7th. So it's available as I speak. Trailer. Let's watch the trailer. Is it a long? No, it's not a long trailer. Okay.
We are all trying to mix the perfect record, but sometimes no amount of EQ, compression, or processing tricks seem to help you get the sound you're looking for.
I know that guy.
That is why Process.AUDIO created Sugar, the ultimate audio sweetener. Conceived by a team of award-winning producers and mixers led by Fab DuPont, Sugar is the secret weapon for that magic analog.
Wait, what did it say? I'm just not going to say anything.
Secret weapon for that magic analog feel. Sugar is an instant color palette. Raise a process fader until you get the sound that inspires you, then try the alternate mode to fine-tune the effect. Use the low band to fix weak kick drums and the bottom of thin mixes, or the mid band for thickening basses, vocals, guitars, and hollow masters. The high band is the ultimate shortcut to that modern pop vocal sound, and the air band lets you easily add a sizzle that until now took several carefully tuned plugins to achieve. Sugar process.
Is it just me, or am I not hearing the sound in the background alter? I mean, what I would do for a promotion video is, you know, have the sound alter in the background so that you would also hear what it's doing and have the voiceover over it.
The ultimate audio sweetener by Process.AUDIO, a PureMix company.
I like that voiceover actually. Alright, so that's pretty interesting. I do have to say that what the video is saying is a bit different from what I got in my initial email. Because I checked the website, it looks promising. But the thing I'm missing is the exact design goal. What does the plugin set out to do and who is this thing designed for? And the reply I got was, as for the plugin, it has been designed with the biggest producers in the industry. We noticed that in order to get a mix to 80% completion, they were pretty much doing the same tasks over and over. To be honest, that is actually kind of true. It's doing the same trick over and over, although it's, you know, the fine-tuning of the settings takes a bit of time. For example, more punch on the kick drums, more body on bass, more warmth to vocals, more text on snares, etc. So we implemented those colors in parallel processing in order to be subtle. It all takes place in linear phase mode so that you'll never get phase distortion cancellation. Strange. Also, we added some saturation. So they actually set out to do, you know, 80% of the mix in this plugin. So there are, you know, the award-winning engineers. Now, it's not that I'm not respecting those guys. I mean, I have huge respect for their work and for, you know, their skills. But the thing is, I know a lot of audio engineers who are as skilled as they are. And I'm not talking about myself. I'm really talking about good audio engineers. And nobody has ever heard of them. But the products they are delivering are up to that you know, that platinum standard, or however award-winning standard, however you want to call it. But they didn't win awards and they didn't work with big names. But that doesn't make them, you know, worse than the guys listed over here. And also vice versa. Those guys aren't, you know, worse or better than, you know, the engineers that I'm talking about. And I know a lot of very skilled, very good engineers. And I always hated award winning because I'm very good at knotting my shoelaces. So I should win an award for knotting shoelaces. Yeah, so let's try it out. Let's try it out. Wet inject. It's like the best button there is. They do have tooltips. I think they have inserted the tooltips especially because they knew I would make a video about it. Now let's first run it on a full track, and this time I'm using the track from Darude called Sandstorm. Alright, so if I understood it correctly, whoa! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, let's level down on this one. I just want to do it as in to the maximum to really hear the difference between punch and thick. And because I'm an idiot, of course. Let's wait for the bass line. Bass line. This is more, yeah, this is more transient sounding, okay. For this track I would actually prefer to use the thick one. Alright, can I can bypass this one, okay, medium. So is this... What is this, a multiband compressor? Is this an EQ? What is this? Like... Alright, and what is... So I can now, yeah. Now it definitely does something. I don't know yet what it's doing. Could be magic or just simple EQing, but I think it's more on the Harry Potter side of things. Now how does this sound? Doesn't really sound bad, like sounds nice. That's also not the worst distortion I ever heard. This actually is pretty neat, nice sounding. I'm overdoing it, I know, before you're typing a comment. Wait, FX only. Lets you hear what the 4 sugar bands are adding to your material. It's effectively a solo button for the sugar process. It's very... okay. So yeah, I also think it's kind of compression. There is also compression in here. It has to be. But what I want to know right now is, you know, how does it work on a kick? Can I get a great kick sound with just this thing? So let me remove it from here and let's add it on here. Oh. There's not really... oh. Now this thing might, you know, help in the process of mixing, but it also has a learning curve as it you don't know directly what to expect. Now, I want to check in Plugin Doctor what this thing is actually doing in the background, but it crashes every time I try to import it into Plugin Doctor. Now, what do I think of Sugar after my first look at it? It certainly doesn't sound bad. What it did to that full track was actually pretty interesting. I think there is some you know, compression, EQing happening behind the scenes. It's a bit sad that you cannot really have the visual feedback of what is actually happening. Maybe that's also great because you would use your ears. I really like the fact that you can make the effect, you know, bigger and smaller, and the plugin is also a bit designed around that thing. Like you can balance it and then make it worse or better. But I'm also a tiny bit worried about the purpose of this plugin and where they are marketing it at. So the purpose is to make life easier for most engineers. Not sure if it can do that. I think I can do that 80%, that you know, the same job thing in about the same time as I can do it in this plugin. So I'm not really convinced about that. But my worry is more at the other side, like new engineers slamming this plugin on every single track, putting everything to maximum, or you know, wherever they think it sounds good. And whenever they get confronted with, later in their career or whatever, with a console or something, they don't know how to pull it off. They can only use these trick plugins. And that's a bit worrying. So it's a cool tool to have, but it can also be dangerous for everybody that still needs to learn how to perform this profession. On the other side, it can also be an enabler for people that cannot, you know, get their mix ready. Like for instance, a musician that made their own track, recorded their own track, couldn't get their mix done. So a lot of different perspectives I'm suggesting right now. Now, is this thing snake oil? Well, there is some cool stuff in there, but there's also a bit of oil. And the oil is more in the marketing terms, like the ultimate and the secret weapon in pro sounding records. I'm not sure if a piece of gear is the ultimate secret weapon thing. I actually think the secret weapon is the taste of the particular engineer. Now, the plugin is available. It's being sold for $149 US, which is pretty expensive for a lot of ones and zeros. Well, of course, you're not paying for the ones and zeros, but actually the people that put it in the right order. But it's pretty expensive, and I really recommend before buying it to try it, and that's possible with a 14-day trial. You need an iLok account for that, which you don't need a dongle, because it works with iLok Cloud. And all Pure Mix Pro members will have it in their monthly subscription package. My advice, try it out yourself. If it does something good for you, you can buy it. But don't think you're not good enough if you don't have this in your toolbox. It's not the ultimate tool or something. I mean, the world has produced hit records for 50 years without this thing, so I think you're getting my point. Anyway, with that being said, I want to end this video over here. I think that you guys are seeing a small increase in image quality, and that is because I'm filming this from a new camera. This camera has been sponsored by the support of my patrons. So if you want to help me with creating better videos, better content, reserving my time to create the content and such, make sure to check out my Patreon campaign. I will link it over here. Now, if you like my videos and want to see more, you got to subscribe. And you can click over here for another video. But don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and all that good stuff. Thanks a lot for watching this one. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Bye bye.